So I definitely won't. I will not be streaming Friday. I will not be streaming Saturday because I am out with friends. Simple as that. So I want to show you guys. Here, this is a tutorial. Okay, well, I'm gonna show you guys some basics how to play Mahjong. Have to skip your experienced player. Yes, I'm a very experienced player, but a lot of people are not. And I'll probably put this on YouTube as well, just to show you guys some things. Yeah, oh hi there, new player. My name is Ichihime. You ever played Mahjong before? Oh well, let me teach you then. The Mahjong consists of 34 different tiles. For each tile there are 4 of them, so there are a total of 136 tiles. They belong to 5 groups. Mon, Pin, Soul, Wind, and the Dragon. I am actually terrible at explaining Mahjong in English, so bear with me. I am fucking terrible at explaining Mahjong in English. I can probably explain this better in Chinese, but this is from the majority of my viewers, the vast majority of my viewers, or basically all of them speaking no English, so this is why I'm doing this in English. So the objective of Mahjong is to win, of course, so how do we win a game? In a game, each player usually has 13 tiles in hand, right here. And in every turn, you will draw a tile, right here, so the number of tiles becomes 14. Then you shall discard 1 from your hand. As you keep drawing and discarding, your hand will also change. I just let you guys know, this hand is fucking terrible. Well, it got a little bit better. And discard the card you don't want. I think this is ones that are out already. Before explaining how to win, we must first understand 3 terms: sequences, triplets, and pairs. First we have pairs. Pairs are made of 2 identical tiles. Alright, for this one pay attention, because in every game of Mahjong, you need a pair to win. Like, anything you need 1 pair. Or 7, but we'll get to 7 in another story, because we'll just focus on the basic, you need a pair. Triplets are made of 3 identical tiles, and sequences are made of 3 consecutive tiles of the same group. Look, so you have 3 sevens, 7 dots. This is so awkward in English. I'm sorry, but I'll keep up with this. You got 3 east winds, 3, 4, 5 dots, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. These are all. It's literally translated 70,000, 80,000, and 90,000. So it's basically like 7 times 10,000, 8 times 10,000, 9 times 10,000. And then you have the bamboo tiles, which are 5 bamboo, 6 bamboo, and 7 bamboo. And I'll get to the red 5 later. Usually when your hand consists of 4 sequences or triplets plus a pair, you're ready to win, master. Of course, in reaching Mahjong, you must satisfy other conditions to declare a win. We will cover them later. And yes, a triplet of a green dragon is one of the conditions to win. This counts as a winning hand. This is a good winning condition. It's known in Japanese as a yaku. Or han. Of course, your hand consists of 13 tiles only, which is this. So you need one more hand, you need one more to win. When you just need one more tile to win, this hand is called tenpai, or a ready hand. Tenpai is a necessary step before winning, so make sure you pay attention to it. So obviously you can see what you need here. I'll show you, it'll say later on. Well, here. Make sure your hand becomes 4 sequences of triplets plus 1 pair, nya. Well, this one, you can see what you have. What do you need to win? Let's see what we have. Let's break it down. So we have a pair here. We have a 4, 5, 6. And a 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. Got bamboo here, the dots here, and the 10k tiles here, or you can just call them characters if you want to simplify it. Well, the answer, we'll break it down. There are no wins, so you do not need east. You already have a full set of bamboo here, 1, 2, 3 sequence, and a 5, 6, 7 sequence, so you do not need the bamboo tile. Here, you only have a 3 and 4 of dots. So this is the 2 of dots. The 2 will line up here. So the answer is 2 of dots. Or the other answer is also 5 of dots. And that's why this is the right answer. Let's try another one. A lot of times when you're calling something, or they call it waits. I never call it a wait. Well, you're technically waiting for something, quote unquote. But in like translations just get mixed up from one language to another. In Chinese, it's translated directly from calling, so that's why I call it calling hand. What tile does the hand need for you? This is actually a pretty good hand, I'd say myself. So, let's break it down again. Sequence of 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. Sequence of 3, 4, 5, 6. Sequence of 3, 7, 8, 9. You also have a triplet of 1s and a single 2. Or 2 1s and a 1, 2 missing something. And no, you cannot go from 9 to 1. That's not possible. So clearly you don't need East. And you already have all your 3 sequences lined up here, so you don't need 2 dots. So you definitely need the 3 bamboo. And that completes your hand. So you can complete your hand by having 3 bamboo or the 2 bamboo, but the 2 bamboo is not an answer. Alright, for the new players that are confused, this is important. You need to learn your yakus, or basically your winning conditions. You absolutely need to learn them. It's the hardest part of a beginner who does not even know anything about Mahjong. This is the hardest thing to learn, and you need to learn this. And eventually you'll need to memorize it. You'll need to memorize the yaku in the list. And obviously this game would be too easy if that's all it takes to win. You must also have yaku to win a hand. Yaku is a specific pattern of tiles. If your hand does not satisfy any yaku, you cannot declare a win, yeah? Let me show you a few easy yaku, master. If it sounds tedious, but this is stuff you actually need to learn. You actually need to have a yaku. And I'll show you what you need. And clearly you can see here that this is west, this is south, so that's not a yaku. You already have 3 1s down, so you technically don't have a yaku here. Alright, what's yaku? I only play by feel, yeah. Technically, I also play by feel, but I've learned so much through the years, in various types of Mahjong, that I basically have a lot of the yaku memorized, before I started playing Japanese Mahjong. Traditionally, these yaku are in every single Mahjong game. You won't find anything that doesn't have any of this as yaku in Hong Kong Mahjong or Malaysian Mahjong, Singapore Mahjong, Korean Mahjong, Chengdu Mahjong, Shanghai Mahjong, local Mahjong places. But yeah, the simplest yaku is yakuhai, which refers to triplets of white, green, red. The prevalent wind, which is the counter right here, which is east. Sometimes it's gonna be south. You'll rarely see west in Japanese Mahjong, and you won't see north in Japanese Mahjong, but in other types of Mahjong you will see west and north, because I majority of the time I play 4 rounds east, south, west, and north. And then the seat wind, which is where you're sitting at, which rotates if east does not win, or is in tenpai at the end of the hand. If nobody wins the hand. But we'll get to that later. For now, we'll just learn the yaku. So there's one popular yaku named All Simples, or in Japanese it's called Tanyao. This is also very basic. You must know this one. I play this a lot. You'll see me play this a lot. So you have 2 3s here, which is behind my camera. But I'm not gonna shrink it. So to complete it, your hand must not contain any of these tiles here. So no 1s or 9s, no wins, no dragons. Simple as that. You can do any combination of these as long as they have like 3 sequences, 3 pair your triplets. So you have 12. You have 12 of these and 2 of these. Of course, the 4 is gonna complete it. Simple, simple, simple. That's why it's called all simples. And Richi is another important Yaku. This one also is played out a lot. And when you achieve a Tenpai without calling Chipon or Kan, you may declare Richi. However, you can call Ankan, which is if you have 3 triplets in hand and you pick up the 4th card yourself, you can still call Richi. Like you have 3 and 4, and so you only have 10 tiles in hand, but yes, you can still call Richi with an Ankan. This is not an Ankan. See, everything's in hand. You can have 1s or 9s, you can have your wins and dragons, but everything must be drawn in hand. Alright, let me give you some hints of this. Which of these following sequences is a Yaku? Remember, Yaku High refers to prevalent win, seat win, and dragon tiles. White, green, red. Okay, the tiles are sideways. I'll actually explain that later, why the tiles are sideways. I won't get into that now because it's not relevant in what we're learning currently. But which of the following sequences is a Yaku? Let's see. So the red indicates where we're sitting at, which is east, and the counter is east 1. So actually this is very, very simple. This will eliminate south and west immediately and give you east, which is actually two Han. This is a 2 Han Yaku. It's a double east. And for all simples, you must not have any terminal honor tiles. So which one should you discard? So let's see. This is not a simple. I mean, this is a simple, this is a simple, and this is not a simple. So this is basic. And so now we learn the tiles of Yaku, so let's check out the game. So, okay, here's the point where the side tiles will come in. So, if you want something from this player, the side tile is going to be the left side tile. So you have 1, 2, 3 cards here, bottom here. The left tile indicates they threw it. The middle tile indicates they threw it, and the right tile indicates they threw it. So that's what the side tiles are. The reason why they're shown as side tiles for where they threw it is because of some condition called Fruiten, which I will explain later. So please look at the screen above. I shall explain to you one by one, yeah? This is actually a decent starting hand, honestly. I'll say that myself, that this is a decent starting hand. And they picked up a really good card. East 1 is your current round win. What the? You went too fast. Wait a minute. You went... The text went all the way up the screen, but okay, I'll explain it. So East 1 is the first game of the East win, and then East is your current round win. So that's the dealer. You are West at this point. And 25,000 your current points available. Oh yeah, the counter in the middle indicates how many tiles are left in the game. What Mahjong Soul does not teach you how to do is set up the game. So basically, the dealer would roll 2 dice in Japanese Mahjong. In Hong Kong Mahjong, you roll 3 dice. But that's because they have like seasons and flowers, which gives 18 wide by 2 high for each side. But this is Japanese Mahjong. There are no seasons and honors, so it's 17 wide, 2 high each side. You roll the dice. The first count, then let's just say the counter is like 7. So how you count it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7. So from this side, you go from right to left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You cut it off there. That 7's pushed aside, and then the player here gets 4, 4, 4, 4, another 4, another 4, and then they jump 1, 2, and then they get the bottom, they get the top, they get the top, they get the bottom. That's how the game starts. Mahjong Soul does not explain that because it's not shown in the game. Alright, each player discards their unwanted tiles in front of their hands. You can call and discard tiles for chi, pon, and con. See, that's your first card. Wow, what a beauty. And at this point, I would actually throw east. Because it's more chance you get stuff on the side, like for the 9, or you get the 8 or the 9, you get the 2 or the 1. Again, the 2 or the 1, or the 8 or the 9. So chi is the correct is the option to call from I can't see that. Chi is a call complete sequence. You have the option called chi if the last player, the player on your left side discarded tile can form a sequence of 2 tiles in your hand. Upon calling chi, you shall open the sequence from your side, then discard a tile from your hand. So you see this 6, 8, 7 will be on the side here, and then you have the 6, 8 here, and then you throw a card. In this position, I would not chi because you do not have a Yaku if you chi. Just simple as that. And also you can pick up 4, 5, 6, 7, or you pick up 1 bamboo or 2 bamboo, and you'd be calling and throw a Richi stick down. This guy Richi'd early, holy shit. Yeah, that's what I would do. Okay, also know this. Understand this. The chi to complete a sequence is not the Ron button where you win the whole hand. You can chi if your hand isn't complete. Chi is not a win, guys. So I mean, a win is not a chi. Sorry, winning the hand is not a chi. You can win the hand off of completing a sequence from any player, or yourself if you pick it up. And here the 7 pin discarded by the last player can be used to form a sequence 6, 7, 8 pin with a 6 pin, 8 pin in your hand if you call it chi. Still though, remember Yaku rules apply, and I advise you not to chi at this time. But this is learning, so we're learning. The pon is the call to complete a triplet. You have the option to call pon if another player discards a tile that can form a triplet with 2 tiles in your hand. Upon calling pon, you shall open the triplet form on your side and discard a tile from your hand. And you'll see the 9 being in the middle on the side because they threw it. Again, I advise against this with this hand because the hand is crappy and you don't have a Yaku if you pon this. You have to go like a very, very circuitous route of all pons just to have a Yaku. Now con. This is the call to complete a quad. Con can be called and discard tiles from any player. You can also make a con call when you have 4 identical tiles in your hand, or has a previously melded triplet, and then draw the 4th tile, that's con. Okay, I think Furiten will come up sooner or later. I'll explain Furiten sometime later. I just don't want to explain it now because we're going through the basics. Like the basics, not the more advanced basics. But Furiten is basically, you have to draw the winning card yourself. The reason why this is Furiten is because this guy hit the Richi button on this. They threw the card that was the winning card, and they did not press the Ron button for whatever reason. I would 100% wrong because this is not only Richi for one Han, this is also Ipatsu because they immediately threw the losing card. But I'll get to that later. So which of the following hands can chi the 6 of bamboos? Well, which one's the bamboo? This is the bamboo. These two are not bamboos. Which of the following hands can pawn? Well, which one is west? These are west. Both of these are not west. There is no option to pawn there's no option to chi any honor tiles, which are the winds and the dragons. It's impossible to chi any of these. So that's enough for the basic rules. Oh, they didn't go over Fruity 10. And you can practice your skills. I'm going to sleep. Yeah. Alright. So these are beginners stuff. Hand, sequence, triplet, pair, winning. It's a winning hand. Yeah, there are 42 Yakus in total. As a starter, you only need to learn all simples reaching Yaku high. Actually, you'll need to learn a bit more than that. Honestly. Well, these are terminals and honors. This, having every terminal honor once with a second one somewhere is a Yakuman. This is an insane hand. I've hit this twice on stream. So, no, I've hit this once on stream. Sorry, I've only hit this once on stream. I've done it 3 times, twice in 4-player, once in 3-player. It's an absolutely insane hand. And then Tenpai, we've learned all of these. Mezen-chen Richi, which you win it by yourself. Like you're in Richi, you pick up the winning card by yourself. It's called Mezen-chen Richi, or just a fully concealed hand. But for a fully concealed hand and winning, you have to pick up the winning card yourself if you do not Richi. Okay, finally, here we are. This is the point I was talking about, Fruity 10. Fruity 10. I was gonna come back to it, and now I am back to it. So if a player's hand is in a state of Fruity 10, he or she cannot declare winning hand from another player's tiles. They can only win by self-drawn tiles. So there are 3 ways: either discard Fruity 10, or temporary Fruity 10, and Richi Fruity 10. So player winning tile, the one bamboo, which looks like a bird in almost every single set of Mahjong, was previously discarded, which results in the player being in Fruity 10. So this player actually has to draw 4 bamboos to win the hand. They cannot win off the one because it's an end card. It's not as simple. Okay, temporary Fruity 10. Player in temporary Fruity 10 for a turn is in temporary Fruity 10. If player does not take the Ron, honestly, why wouldn't you with this hand? If they don't take the Ron, they don't hit the Ron, they skip instead. But after it comes back to you, the Fruity 10 is off. See over here? That's why they're now in Fruity 10, but with this hand, why would you do that? Why in the world would you do that? And then players in Richi Fruity 10, the potential winning tile was discarded and they did not call it after they declared Richi, and Richi Fruity 10 cannot be removed. So if you don't accept a Ron, hitting the Ron button on Richi Fruity 10, you have to pick it up yourself no matter what. Even if after cards are thrown. And then Yakuhai, we explained this. Prevalent Wind, the Seat Wind, and the Dragon Tiles. These triplets can be used as Yaku. And beginner class end. Alright, so this one we're Richi's pretty basic. And if it says Menzinchin only, you have to have all the cards in your hand. Like, you must have all the cards in your hand. And they're all simples. We've explained that. Fully concealed hand, win by sumo. You must pick up the winning card yourself for a fully concealed hand win. Seat wind, your west. Prevalent wind, the counter in the middle, whatever it says. East 1, 2, 3, 4 or south 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, this would be east. The obvious dragons, this one's white. You saw the green one, you saw the red one. Pinfu, so this is a little bit trickier, but I'll explain this. So you have 4 sequences and a pair, but you need the sequence. And it has to be non-Yakuhai pair, so it cannot be a dragon, and it cannot be your seat wind or prevalent wind, but it can be the other winds. And however, you need it from 2 sides of a sequence, or 3, or a 3-sided sequence. But basic, everything must be a sequence. And you have to have it open on 2 sides. It cannot be the card in the middle, or a 7 on an 8-9, or a 3 on a 1-2. Pure double sequence. Win a hand with 2 identical sequence. It has to be, of course it says Mesenchin. So it has to be in hand. Robbing a Khan, call a Ron, declare winning on another player's Khan wave, a Tenpai. 13 orphans, you can call in the close Khan. Which, this is very hard. Just saying. But if you have no Yaku and this is the only way to get it, then this is the only way to get it. And after a Khan, win a hand with the tile drawn from the dead wall after immediately calling Khan. So you Khan right here and you pick up the winning card immediately. Under the sea, win hand by sumo with the last tile. Under river, basically the same thing except the last player threw it. Ipatsu, win a hand within 1 turn after declaring Richi, and draws discards but not be interrupted. So, Ipatsu is also simple. You hit Richi button, the person here throws a winning card, the person here throws the winning card, the person here throws a winning card, or you pick up the winning card immediately. Like the very next, it must be the very next card. And no one else can take anything during it. Also here, Dora and Red 5. These count as 1 Yaku after this Yaku is all counted. Like everything. So this is after Yaku. You cannot use this as a winning condition. This Han cannot be used as a winning condition. This Han cannot be used as a winning condition. They add up after, like, for more Han, but you need something else to win with, which is everything else in 1, 2, 3, or 6. Kita is only in 3-player, so Northwind can be considered as a Dora. But you have to put it down, like, you have to press that button. And I will not talk about local Yaku because it's not relevant and I never play with local Yaku. Double Richi, declare Richi with your starting hand before any tiles are called. So basically hit the Richi button on your very first pickup. And no one else has done anything on the sides. Like no one's Pon or Kan or Chi. Then you can hit the double Yakuman button. 3 triplets, win a hand with 3 triplets with the same number out of the 3 tiles. So triplets. 3, 3, 3. 3 quads, win a hand with 3 quads. This is very rare. I don't even know why it's only 2 Han. This is so rare that it should be more. But it's not. And all triplets, I'm gonna have 4 triplets or quads. So if this is a triplet, then you have 3 quads and all triplets. So you have that's 4 Han. 3 concealed triplets, win hand with 3 closed triplets or closed quads. So the 3 triplets that you have must be in hand. It must be closed. in your hand. I've got this before. It's tough. But I have got 3 concealed triplets before. And they must be within your hand. And this is a lot of points. This would be 4 already. Instead of just 2, because you have 3 ones. Little 3 dragons. We're gonna have 2 triplets out of the dragon tiles and a pair of the third. Simple to learn. This would be 1, 2, and 2, which equals 4 Han. So just remember that. And all terminals are honors. So if it's all pawn, it's all end cards. So this is a 2/2, which is 4 Han. That's why it's hard to get. 7 pairs. This is what I'm talking about earlier. You either win with 1 pair or 7. This is the 7 pairs. And wait, no one messaged me. And half outside hand, so like everything is outside. And -1 hand after making a call, which means if you did a chi or a pawn, it'll only be 1 hand. And this is only Mezenchin. Pure straight, 1 to 9. It's 2 if you have it if you have everything in hand. It's only 1 if you make a call. If you pawn or you chi. And mixed triple sequence, 1 to 3, 1 to 3, 1 to 3. And it's if you pawn before or you chi before, it's only 1 han. I will not talk about these. I will not talk about these because this is local yaku and they do not count during a ranked match. Twice pure double sequence for 3 han. When having 2 sets of identical sequences and they have to be all in hand. As you can see, Mezenchin only. Fully outside hand, so everything is fully outside. You have no winds or dragons. And it's only 2 han if you chi or pawn. Half flush. This is one of my favorite ones. Half flush is one of my absolute favorite ones, which is one set. This is all mon tiles, and you have the honors. I will not talk about pure triple chow because it's again local yaku. And this is also one of my favorites, full flush. Only number tiles, mon pin or so. So basically a full house of 1 set. And it's only 5 han if you make a call. You'll rarely get everything in hand for 6 han. And the only mangan I'll talk about is mangan at draw, which is throw every 1/9 on and wind dragon without anybody taking your cards. So if someone cheese pawns or cons, then you will not get mangan at draw. So it has to be 1/9 wind dragon and no one calling it. And it has to be a draw at the end of your hand. These 2 I will not talk about because it's local yaku. Yakuman, this is something I will talk about. Blessing of Heaven. Very first card you open your hand and you sumo. Simple. Same thing with Blessing of Earth, except you're not the dealer. Exact same thing, and no tiles can be called. So no one can chi, pawn, or con during everyone's first pickup. This one will be uninterrupted. They both cannot be interrupted, basically. This one's impossible to interrupt. This is very rarely possible to interrupt because not many people take a call in the first turn. Big 3 dragons. This is universal in every game. Three triplets or quads of all the dragons. 4 concealed triplets. This can only be Mezenchin, and you have to be the one that picks it up. For 4 concealed triplets, you must pick up the winning card. This doesn't explain it very well. Well, you'll see it in Double Yakuman, but you'll have you'll have 2 cards needing a triplet to complete. So either you'll for example, you'll have 2 of these 4s and 2 of these 5s, and you pick up the 4. Or pick up the 5. All honors! Win a hand with 4 triplets and pair the honor tiles. This is universal for every single Mahjong game. Yeah, it is only honor tiles. All green. The wording here is weird because it says green is not necessary, but the green they mean is the green dragons. The green dragons are not necessary. So you can have 1, 2, 3, 6, or 8, or the green dragons. You just need to have only green tiles. It does not have to be all pawns. All terminals. 1s or 9s only. And they must all be pwn or cons. 13 orphans. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is a god hand. 13 terminal tiles plus any tile that matches them, which completes a pair. As I said before, everything needs a pair. You need a pair to win. 4 little wins. This is also universal in like every single Mahjong. Win a pair with 3 triplets or quads, plus a pair of the 4th wind. Why not 4 each? I'll get to that later. 4 quads. Win a hand with 4 quads. This is the hardest. This is the most. This is the least likely Yakuman you'll ever see in statistically Mahjong Soul, because this is really hard to pull off. 9 gates. Win hand with tiles. Only 3 number tiles. It must be 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9. And plus any tile that matches one of them, because it completes the hand. Simple as that. So right now you have 4 1s. They needed the 9 to win. They got the 9. Hanuman, big wheels, bamboo forest, numerous neighbors, and whatever this is. I will not explain these because these are Lokuyaku. These are all Lokuyaku. I will not explain these. Double Yakuman I will explain. Single weight 4 concealed triplets. This is what I was talking about a little bit earlier. So you have 4 close triplets already drawn in your hand, and then you need the pair. You need the single tile to complete the pair. This Yakuman any person can throw and you'll win. Of course, Mezenchin only, which is pretty obvious because you have everything in hand. You'll get the double Yakuman even if someone else throws it. 13 weight, 13 orphans. Basically 13 orphans, but you have everything but the pair. Simple as that. True 9 gates. You have everything in hand, as I said, as before, except you have the 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9 already, and you're waiting for the single card, which you have 9 calls here. So you're waiting on 1 possible 9 tiles. 4 big wins. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is also universal in every single Mahjong. 1, 2, 3, 4 big wins. And I will not talk about big 7 stars because it's Lokuyaku. However, if you win with this counts as all honors. So I will say that. And generally, if you have any of these Lokuyakus of big wheels, bamboo forest, and numerous neighbors, you're almost guaranteed to have a Yakuman anyways. Which is 13 Han is a Yakuman. Or more than that. Drawing, 4 wind discard. If everyone throws the same exact wind on the first turn, it's a draw. If 2 or more players call have total 4 cons, so it's not just one person, it's more than one person, then it's a draw. If you have 9 different terminals and honors or more in your hand, then you can press the button to draw. I do not do this often because I take the chance and go for this 13 orphans. Or if it doesn't come, then I have safer cards. And if everyone declares Ricci, it's a draw.